So as I briefly mentioned last time, ever since we're 6 years old, we were forced to go into this sterile room with a fluorescent light over 8 hours a day till we're 18 at least, if not till we're 25, 28. And the reason for this is really obvious: to convince you there's an official reality. It's often said a lie repeated enough times becomes real. Well, that is how this GMO reality was created. There is no official reality. And if there is, it is like a psychedelic plant. It is like a blank canvas. If you have the courage to break away from the mind control enough to do what I have said, and to respect yourself enough to become a harmless being, if and when you create in a way that does not hurt or interfere with the freedom, expansion, and the joy of others, what Dave Rodriguez calls the harmless principle. True anarchy is when you never hurt yourself or others. You overstand that you do not need archy. Anarchy means against the arc. It does not mean violence or hurting others. And that is why David James Rodriguez was not welcome in Santa Cruz, a very Illuminati influenced and supposedly controlled region, because he promoted peaceful solutions, anarchy in a harmless way. And my friend NP, after his divorce, since he was a born-again Christian in the traditional sense, would go on and on about the Sermon on the Mount and why he never deserved to have another mate, because Jesus said on the Sermon on the Mount. And I have told him that there is certainly some amount of evidence or obvious clues that this has been added on, that all of the dogmatic churchian control in both testaments are there to create the guilt and fear-based, inverted, and now GMO official reality. The first day of your awakening to what the Christ actually is, and what human life in the real living sense is about, is that moment or day you put those concepts back in that book on the shelf. The day that you divorce your mind from any concept of externally enforced official reality, because they're all fake. If you have enough self-respect to not hurt yourself or anyone else, and you were born in the USA, you are free to create. You are free, if you have the courage and the self-discipline and the discernment, to use your God-given ability to think and feel and make things, to make your mind and your body something beautiful, something helpful, something that helps others. This is why I'm really thankful for this thing called YouTube, because it gives someone who is so immersed in the psychological, spiritual self-help and growth and self-help book process a place to share the wisdom with more than one or two people, because the future belongs to those who have the courage to create a reality for their own and everyone else's benefit, harmlessly, with discernment, without the external, fake, genetically modified reality imposing slavery, fear, or other imprisoning concepts, like a CD burner, burning those ideas into your mind until you have the extreme courage it may take to remove them. And I encourage and support and give thanks to all of you who are in that process, who have come out the other end, to the light at the other end, to realize whether or not you have to earn money, whether or not you have the courage to become someone like Dan Suelo. I wanted to make a shirt that said Dan Suelo for precedent, because he's a man who, on his own free will, gave up earning or receiving money, cash, for several years. He dumpster dove, slept on his friends' couches, and camped. And he proved the possibility that you could do this in an abundant country like USA. And I'm not recommending that. I'm recommending you and everyone who is your friend expand their consciousness to the possibility to research or learn other ways of living and being on this planet. And realize that you may see the majority of people are wage slaves or whipped by their wife and husband or controlled by the devil. But it is not essential. It is not the only way. There is no official reality. And those who have the courage to accept what I have just said into their heart can participate in reclaiming, taking the crown off the parasitic, regressive entities who have created the fake GMO official reality. Putting the crown back on the head of the Christ, which, as Yeshua said, is in all of us. And ye will do greater works than I have done. And just as many, 24 YouTubers helped me to gain the confidence to begin to do this, I believe in the possibility that I will help you reclaim your ability to discern truth, to discern your place in this beautiful cosmological adventure called spirits in human bodies. And you will learn to escape the death trap of 3D flesh, slave to survival reality. Even just a tiny bit, you will get to experience being a ray of the divine, shining through this prison, death camp, Auschwitz orchestration, so that those people suffering and being punished by the fake official reality will get a glimpse of the beautiful, joyous, divine spark that in the future they will have a chance to dance with. My wish for all of you is that every day, if not once a week, if not once a month, or sometime this year, you will jump off your rut and your you will jump out of your lane safely for a moment to explore the median in the road or something happening outside of your externally imposed slavery false reality. Or, in the case of the mentally ill, archonically externally imposed isolation and self-torment. Once you have the courage to see that your thoughts and actions, if you are not going to hurt anyone else, are your responsibility and only you can regain control of your life, then you will begin to do so and thusly reclaim at least portions of your creativity, at least portions of your ability to say, manifest a beautiful existence, if not a beautiful creative life. And I cannot do it for you. I cannot pry your mind open. I cannot give you the key to that door. But I can give you some substance of the liquid metal that you will use to alchemically manifest it. I can give you some concepts that teach you the metalsmith and the locksmith's skills. For over 20 years, 25 years, I have been on this journey of self-exploration, awakening, and reclamation of the sacred Christos. And I invite you and everyone you know who is open to expanding into truth to discard official realities as safely as possible by reclaiming your body, mind, and soul, your sovereignty, your ability to think and feel for yourself, and eventually manifest financially and create your own peaceful version of life. And we all have this capability somewhere in us. And if the soul is too destroyed by the fake, it may be the next lifetime or the one after that. But eventually we all have this capability. I celebrate the joyous adventure that we can all come into with the awareness of the amazing gift that human life is for all who are willing to have the courage. And I celebrate, as I've said before, those such as Ron DeSantis with the powerful courage to stand up to the devil and say, no, you do not create a situation that doesn't allow choice, free will. On Turtle Island, those born in Turtle Island, if they're not going to cause harm to the others or themselves, are given this divine gift. And the more that you can harmlessly reclaim, even in small ways, such as smiling at someone, such as having a spontaneous, respectful conversation, you will feel the essence come back. When you let go of the mind control dogma, even for a minute, you will feel the essence reclaim a taste of itself. This is your birthright if you have the courage. No matter where you are in this world, you can taste the expansive, unlimited quality of creation temporarily, but only if you can expand your mind outside of the Saturnian black dogmatic control. Because it's an amazing gift to be made in the image of the Most High, that we all will eventually learn to live with and through and not be afraid of, because it's an amazing gift. Give thanks for this amazing gift, you all.